Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
Hello everyone, it's Leon here from Games Radar, and I'm joined by Matt from Games Master.
Hello.
And we are talking about Bloodborne. We were talking about it quite a bit before. We've had to curtail that to record this, but it's been patched.
Yes.
Yes. It's not a great improvement. The load times, which were the issue that everyone sort of took offence with, were sort of 30 to 45 seconds, like long time staring at that logo. The patch now brings it down by 5 to 15 seconds. Quote unquote, may vary by circumstance. So it's not a huge sort of saving, but it's better than nothing.
Sure. I guess I don't know if it was the same for you, but certainly for me, whenever I was sitting through one of those loading screens, it was probably at the exact point when I got so annoyed that I would vocalise that frustration that it then changed and went into the game. So probably 5 to 15 seconds would actually make just enough difference to make it seem a little bit less.
Hopefully, yeah. I found it was long enough that I'd refreshed all there was to refresh in Twitter. that to me that's too long. If you've seen everything there is in Twitter and there's nothing else coming up, then that's too long a load screen.
Sure.
They've also fixed a few other things. The main thing is that what they've said is fixed a bug that resulted in bosses becoming immobilised. Now this, I think, it must refer to the sort of the cheesing bug where if you left the machine running, the game running, some kind of memory overflow error caused the bosses to lose all their abilities. I fought Miraggio's wet nurse, and all she did was her single forward attack. So she was dead easy for me, and I didn't realise until afterwards what had happened because I had been playing all day.
Sure.
But so, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is obviously a good thing. I mean, a lot of games in a lot of bosses in From Software games usually or occasionally have these kind of cheesy things which allow you to kind of almost break the game to beat them, and like the dedicated players will say no, we're not going to do that. But I think
I co-opt everything, so I'm already sort of being frowned upon.
But I think this was a genuine kind of mistake that they clearly didn't want in the game. So it's kind of good that it's removed.
And they've also done things, so what we've got, there's some lift errors that were being fixed, there's some title screen errors, there was some suspend and resume issues that I encountered, like you put it into suspend and when you came back you go, oh, you quit out, and you're like, well, no, I didn't. And that's basically it. But so, load screen being shortened and the boss fights were the two main things that people really picked up on. And I actually spoke to some devs sort of anonymously about the issues of the loading screen, and what they were saying is because it takes the same amount of time to load the game when you start as it does to sort of return to areas, what they think is that all that physics stuff, all those books, all the enemies, all the sort of things you can interact with, it's easier to just do a hard reset rather than reload what you've done to the world in case it all crashes. So I'm curious as to what they've done to scrape back that sort of resource.
Yeah, I mean a lot of fans will probably, there's a debate to be had there about whether or not it's worth having a pile of books on every corner of every room that you can knock over, or whether it would be worth, knocking down the loading time by 30 seconds. Who knows,
That update is now live. If you've got any questions, leave a comment and we shall speak to you guys later.
Good hunter, your presence somehow soothes.
That was a pretty sweet video, right? If you want to see more, go to Games Radar's YouTube page over here. Or if you want to read, maybe up your game a little bit, go to gamesradar.com.